We get background music and stuff.
How are you doing today, ma'am?
Hi.
We are here with the one and only, the superstar, Janess Carter. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's a very exciting moment for me because Janess is not only one of my favorite performers, but she's also a very good friend, member of our crew, Black Rock City Allstars. And I've watched her skyrocket and take the music scene by storm. So, welcome. Thank you for coming and doing this with me.
Heck yeah, I was excited to come. I was like, there's a project, let's do it.
So tell them who you are. Give us a little background on yourself.
I'm Janess Carter, and I do all kinds of stuff. My business is All a Dream, and that just encompasses all the things that are art, because I use my art to make you feel ... So that's where you insert your own adventure, or I do, I guess. And I just use the different ways of art to put something good into the world, almost like, there's like the baker and the candlestick maker and the welder or whatever it is. I feel like it's my purpose to like use my art to make the world a better place. I know it might sound corny, but I do feel like that. Like it's my purpose, and that's what my little thing is that I put into the world.
Nice. That's awesome. So tell us what are some of the things you're working on right now?
Well, I have Janess and the Juice.
Yeah, Janess and the Juice.
Yeah.
I've seen the billboard a few different places.
Yeah. I'm kind of loving that. And also getting out of town now, too. So that's really awesome. So I feel like all the little things that were like my little goals in starting the group, I've been able to get to those points. Like last year I was like, oh, well, I want to at least book one show a month after the crew was ready. And then ended up booking like over 33 shows for the year. And I was like, okay.
33 shows. That's amazing. I mean, that's phenomenal. Where kind of places did you guys play at?
Oh, man. So it kind of started on home base for sure. But we were playing at like Rail City, Peppermill, Grand Sierra, Great Basin Brewery. Our New Year's Eve was in Chico.
Nice. Chico.
A lot of different places. Sacramento.
Lost on Main?
Yes.
Lost on Main.
Yep.
That's dope. These are great places. Sacramento, you said?
Yes. The Torch Club.
Oh, man. You're all over the place. So when's your, right now you're taking a break, you're revamping it, and when's the season start again?
So I don't know if it was really like taking a break. I wanted to be able to record. So I'm putting stuff together so that we can record some original tracks and tightening up some alternates as well.
So, Janess and the Juice, because you've been involved in a few different groups. You've been involved in Black Rock City Allstars, right? Mojo Green. I mean, these are monumental 775 groups. Once again, Black Rock City Allstars, Mojo Green, and now Janess and the Juice. Is there a difference in the direction that you're taking right now with the sound you're coming with? I know you've been involved in hip hop, funk. What can the fans expect from Janess and the Juice?
I don't know if there's any way to be able to expect. I don't think that it would be good to come expecting anything in particular.
Okay.
But I know that for me, it's hard to be different, and then go different places. And I find myself running around a lot by myself because not everybody can go the places I can go.
Okay.
So something that made it difficult was that, like, for example, the Black Rock City Allstars, that is hip-hop, DJs, all that stuff, right? And then you flip it to the other side and it's Mojo Green and it's live bands, and they feel some type of way about electronic music that's not produced like physically, it's like through electronics.
Right. Because they've spent so long on the craft, and they want to showcase that.
Yeah, but I feel like all of it is like there's a certain level of dedication that goes into both sides, and there's certain level of like musicality that's like on both sides of those things too. And for me, I appreciate both of them equally, but I always felt like I had to kind of separate the two worlds. Where like if I'm in the DJ world, it's like it's one Janess, and then over in Mojo Green, it's like another Janess. Like for example, I would go places and with Mojo Green, they're like, that thing was cool until you started doing that rap a lot.
The rap.
And then I'll like go to like the other side, and they're like, yeah, I don't know, I don't really like live bands. I gotta feel the bass or whatever it is, right?
Right.
So I guess in Janess and the Juice is like, because I feel like music, like performing, being on the stage is something that it's therapeutic for me too, and helps me with like my mental stability, right?
Yeah.
So to not be doing it, I feel like it hurts me. Like kind of like
it's therapy.
Yeah. So it's like my expression, and I feel like it's how I put something into the world. I like making other people feel like it's okay to be themselves, because I feel like that's what I do to a certain extent.
Nice.
Like people that wouldn't usually dance at a place, all of a sudden they're like clapping backside.
You wake them up and you get them involved.
Something happens. I don't know. Like I feel like I can get into their bodies, but I feel like the number one thing is for me to be able to go out and put both of those things together, that I feel like I learned so much from, and I've gotten so much from, and it makes me feel good. And how do I bring those communities together is something that I've always like wondered if I could do. Because even like me having like my friends, so kind of back to me hanging out by myself, I will have friends and get them together, and we'll go to a certain place, and some people are just like, what am I doing here? Because it's so different, right? And then other people are like, what the hell? Like, you took me to this, and now you don't like this type of stuff. So, like, if you take, like, certain people to a biker club, then they're like, what's going on here? If you take, like, really nice people to, like, a hip-hop show, like, not everybody's for everywhere, but maybe I can capture a little bit of that vibe.
So what you're saying is,
the worlds together.
If you come to Janess and the Juice Show, you cannot expect, but you will see things from all different styles, all different cultures, maybe all different sounds, and you're fusing them, you're bringing them together to give anybody in the crowd a little something for somebody over here, a little something for somebody over here, and the end goal being that they're just going to have a good time. They're going to be shaking their booty and having fun. That's what it sounds like.
Pretty much. I feel like I'm pretty cultured, and I like, as far as like everything that's in me. So I want to pull everything that I am and be more of everything that I am in one place.
Nice.
And not feel separated, and then hope that other people will appreciate that, because I don't know if I do it necessarily just for them. I want ultimately some kind of positivity to come out of it, but I also feel like I need to be free in order to send that message. So the best that I can be my full self, then the better I feel like I'm sending the message, and the better I'm doing for the people I'm performing for.
Nice.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that's amazing. That's beautiful.
I'm trying to translate it while you're asking me.
That's beautiful. No, I think that was a straight up, real, honest answer, and that's amazing. Like, I feel like you care about the people that come and see you. You care about your fans.
Yeah.
I feel like you care about the show. Some people are just like, I just want to get it over with and get in and get out. I've known you for a long time, and you're very social. You talk to people, all kinds of people.
I can.
All styles of people.
Yeah.
And people are very comfortable with you. So I think you're on your course. Speaking of some things that we've done for a long time, I got you on the song "Bread and Butter."
Bread and butter, get it. Bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter, get it.
So, Bread and Butter, the art department. Janess Carter was featured on that song. It's one of my favorite verses from her, and she rocked it.
That was the beginning of Black Rock.
Just the beginning. It was pre Black Rock City Allstars, actually.
Yeah, that was Black Rock. Yeah, it was pre Black. Oh man.
That's
pre Black.
So what? Matter of fact, do you remember how we met?
I was making my own beats and going to El Cortez and performing there my own music by myself, and then I would always see you and somebody else, and you guys would be doing your own set too.
So, like she says, she was this young girl making her own beats, rapping, singing, booking her own shows. We were doing shows at the El Cortez downtown Reno, and the doorman introduced me to you. And he said, "Man, you got to meet this."
I remember that.
Yeah. Well, he kind of.
I'm not saying it didn't happen.
No, he was like, you gotta see this girl. She's amazing and da da da.
Terry said that.
Yep.
Oh.
And here she was, Jeunesse Carter. She went by the name of Platina.
Platina, yeah.
Platina at that time, and I
was
blown away. I was like, she made her own beat. She has a song called "I Like to Dance," and it was just a really well done song. It's a hit. I still one of my favorites, and I was blown away. And then you started coming and doing shows with us, and it was pre Black Rock City Allstars, because back then we were just kind of like showing up, and I was doing Metaphysical, and people were coming with us, and
I pretty much would just go to the studio and just hang out until I could do something. I would come there with like a whole, what was it, like one of those fold up case things,
mm-hmm.
and then I would have like a whole bunch of these little scratch CDs of like horrible versions of all my music that I recorded and burnt on the CDs that.
But you had
pretty loop beats that could never be fixed again.
You had a lot of songs. And you were on your path.
And I would just come until you guys would be like, all right, you could do something.
She was a superstar. She's always been a superstar. And I say that with respect, not just like she's a superstar, but she earned it. She put her talent in. She put her time in. What young person is going downtown and
I wasn't
trying
even
to get your
old
own
enough
shows.
yet.
Yeah, how old were you in that time?
I think maybe like 16, 17 or something.
Wait, you were 17 at the El Cortez?
I think something like around there.
No way. Are you serious?
I was pretty young. I don't know.
I didn't even know that.
Maybe I'll say 20.
I thought you were a little older. I don't know. I thought you were a little older, but I didn't think you were that young.
Well, I was pretty young. I wasn't supposed to be in there. And it was like me, and then like the drummer Dan from like the Sextons.
Okay.
Mark Sexton Band or whatever. Band. And we were both like underage. So I don't know.
Wow.
But I know I was going there, and I was already pretty young.
Beast.
I'm going to say at least
17?
Maybe like at least like 19.
Maybe
I was
19.
19, but I know that I was going there like before I saw you guys.
Wow.
I was already going down there doing stuff, and that's why they were so comfortable with me, because I wouldn't be a problem. And I was like helping them to be okay with my mom, because my mom's kind of wild.
Mom, I love your mom.
Thanks.
She's awesome. No, she's beautiful.
But yeah, I feel like that whole art department thing, right?
Yeah.
That was like the beginning of you just like, you're doing your own thing, but you're like, anybody that's coming along with me kind of energy, right? And I feel like that was a really good thing for me, because it was like you believed in me, because there were other like cats that were more hip-hop and seasoned, and they were like I'm a waste of time or something, kind of thing. I was like, well, I'm cool too. But so I thought that was like really cool, and I appreciate you for like giving me that a little platform where you're like, I believe in you. But we all just kind of just went, and everybody that rode, like, who would have thought that it would be like Black Rock City Allstars and like winning all the hip-hop awards, and everybody's mad.
No, well, you did. I mean, it was cool. You came along, and you were a student, and you surpassed a lot of people, and like, I don't know, I know we always call you the superstar, but it's like you would bring those qualities. Sometimes you have to really shine. Sometimes you have to get in front of a crowd of mean faces, and you have to turn it on, and you have to smile, and you have to, change the room around, and I feel like you always brought that,
I feel like I came from that though, like just like being Black and Filipino, just like culturally, like everything. I feel like I've always had to be two people, but I'm just one person. Like, I have to dial myself.
And what was that like, growing up being Black and Filipino? Was there like,
like the Selena movie?
The Selena movie?
I wasn't Filipino enough for the Filipinos, and I'm not Black enough for the Blacks. It's exhausting. So I just kind of don't even care anymore, because now I'm older, and all of them, like, they're coming at me from different angles, and it's like, I don't know, it's built up like such a resilience in me, like to have to deal with family, not just deal, it sounds so bad, but to be in the environments that I was, and to grow up that way, where it's like so close, it makes it a lot easier when you're working with people just in the general public. Like, I grew up with people that treat me like this all the time, so it's kind of like, I don't, it's easier to dismiss things or to handle things with grace.
Nice.
Because you know how people are. Like, if you grow up with that type of energy and that type of treatment, it's easier to maneuver in the world because you feel like people are just that way.
Yeah. And you've dealt with it. You've seen worse, so you've seen harder, and you can like bypass this little new guy who's just, you're like, this is
I love, like, I get a kick out of turning it around or something. Like, I literally will have people, like, they don't even know I do music or anything. Well, literally, like, men will find me in the middle of the street and start trying to freestyle battle me out of nowhere. And they would just be like, hey, yo, this, and start saying hella disrespectful stuff. And I'm like, all right. And somehow I'm able to, like, use rhymes to reverse the whole energy.
Nice.
And then we, like, start being, like, remember, what's his name? I can't remember his name. It was like what's his name? He was like an old school cat. He passed away some time ago, but he kind of looked like Johnny Cage or something like that. He used to wear glasses. Hazard, Mike Hazard. Is that his name?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, he super cool guy.
Kevin Zazo.
He did not like me at first. He's the one that passed away, right? He did not like me. I don't know if he didn't like me, but every time he came up to me, he would be like hard, like we're about to fight. And I'm like, dude. And then all it took was like one freestyle. And it was just like, then we were hella cool. And then we were like rocking that show together where we have like that picture where we all have our hands up in the air.
That was a good one.
Like, I feel like music does that for me. Music has like helped me to survive like being kidnapped. Like, music has helped me to survive so many different things. Like, to pay some of my bills or to be able to turn situations like that around. Like, manipulate minds in a positive way, like to where it's like either making somebody feel comfortable in their own skin because I'm doing my own thing. It's like inspiring or something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like music is like the way that I'm able to heal things, maybe. Or
that's good. No, that's a beautiful situation, and that's a great way to look at it. You know, and rest in peace to Mike Hazard, aka Kevin Zazo. You know, that was the homie. But you know, and so. Going back to Bread and Butter, when you recorded that, what was you were hanging out and they threw you on this track. What were you thinking? What was going through your mind? Was there anything that you
wanted? I want to be cool. I want to be cool, so I can be put in the game, coach.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm pushing my thingy.
No, it's good. It's good. And you
I want to be cool.
Anybody who wouldn't put you in the game is a messing up, you know, because you're running the game right now. So
I don't know about all that, but I'm grateful to be doing something.
You're running your game. You know, you're controlling it. You got a bunch of shows coming up. Can you tell us a couple of shows you got coming up?
I don't know if I can remember the dates strictly offhand, but I know that there's like Chico. That's going to be September 28th. And then there's Hot August Nights. And then there's the Rib Cook-Off. And then I'm probably going to be at Burning Man again.
Burning Man.
With Camp Reverbia. And let's see. Oh, and let's see. There's April 13th. I'll be at the Boom Boom Room in San Francisco.
Oh, I love that.
And then I know I do too.
So
it's
cool.
Like literally historical. I'll be on the 9th, Rebel Yeti, Fox and Buck. They're putting on like a femme version of a show thing going on over, I think, Abby's Highway 40.
Oh, nice.
On the 9th. That's next week. Is that next week?
Yeah,
it's the 9th of March.
It is.
March, April. We're talking about doing a show April, I think, 12th or something like that at the Cypress.
Nice.
We're talking over contract stuff, so we'll see if that one goes through.
Let's go, Cypress. Let's get it.
Yeah,
but this is cool. This is amazing. No, that sounds like a full schedule all over the place. You know, you're booking your own shows, got your band, your own sound, and it's Janess and the Juice. You got your name in the band. You know, it's.
And it wasn't like I did that because I'm cocky at all. Janess and the Juice came because, like, when we were putting the group together, I was like, all right, I'm thinking the Max of Funk.
Yeah.
Like the MACK. I was like, I don't know, or like MACS, like Master of the Art of Communication kind of thing.
Nice.
But like the Max of Funk, like the Pimps of Joy Time, but not. Well, and I thought it was cool, but then it was like somebody was saying that, if you put your name on it, we can get a lot more shows. And I was like, okay, well, and then so that's what I did.
It's true. No, I mean, I was gonna say is having your name in there. That's one of the big draws. People want to see Janess Carter. They want to see you. They want to.
It's so weird.
It's good.
It's still good.
Yeah.
I don't take it for granted. Like, I went to Sacramento just last weekend because my friend DJ Ryan, my favorite DJ for life, he had a show out there, so I went out to that show and then happened to stop by the Torch Club because I'm wanting to book another show over there and talking to them. And I stopped in there, and as soon as I opened up the door, this girl goes, "Are you Janess Carter?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Nice.
Like, how cool is that? Like, I can go, or even like New Year's Eve at Chico, and like people are like, "You don't remember me, but I like your music," and they tell me lyrics that are my lyrics. Like, it's so crazy, but it does feel really good, and I'm very grateful for it. And I feel like, it started with like certain places like West 2nd Street, Steve Starr, Black Rock City Allstars. Well, pretty much you, even running around with like Element Crew, before all those things were a thing.
That's awesome.
Who else? Fight Club. Remember Fight Club?
Yep.
I was with Fight Club before Black Rock City Allstars.
You were with Fight Club. So who was in Fight Club?
It was Yondo and Mecca. Lord Mecca,
right.
I see you.
You're right. Shout out to Lord Mecca. Shout out to Yondo. Yeah, you were part of Fight Club. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. You were all over. You were in the hip hop scene before we knew you. You were already doing it. You were already doing rhymes, doing beats, doing shows.
Yeah.
So, are you recording any new music right now? Are you working on an album? What are you doing right now?
So I'm working on a lot of stuff, and I'm trying not to talk about it a lot.
Okay. You don't have to talk about anything.
Because I feel like every time I start talking about it, then stuff happens. But I'm feeling pretty good in my heart and pretty excited about some projects that are coming up.
Nice.
So all I gotta say is just like stay tuned.
Okay.
Like we'll see whatever's coming up. I'll put it up and just I just hope that you guys come out and support and check out all the randomness of the art that I put out there, and I hope you appreciate it.
So check her out. Speaking of that, can you tell us your social medias? What do you got? Like, your Instagram? What are you at?
Oh yeah. So Janess Carter, and that's Jenes. That's Jesse and Agnes, my parents' names. So Jenes Carter, and it's that across all platforms.
Nice.
Except for the X. That's what Twitter is now, right?
Yes.
I've never been good at Twitter.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with Janess and the Juice, and that's Jenes, the letter N, THE Juice.
Nice.
If you say that fast enough, it sounds like the Jews.
That's crazy. I'll have to.
Janess and the Juice. I'm like, nope. It's kosher still, but it's like, it's all kosher, but
that's
it's
awesome.
The juice.
And then TikTok too, right? Is that Janess Carter on TikTok?
Yep, Janess Carter on all the platforms. Janess and the Juice on Facebook and on YouTube. Give us some followers. And then also Janess and the Juice on Instagram. So Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, especially YouTube, Janess and the Juice. But yeah, Janess Carter on all the other platforms.
That's awesome. So check her out, give her a follow, listen to some of her songs, videos. I had somebody who was looking for a vocalist the other day, and I said, "Have you ever asked Janess?" And he's like, "Send me to her stuff. I want to see her." So I've been sending people to your pages and stuff to check out your shows. And I'm definitely going to be at one of her next shows. Let's see, we do have the Loonies coming up. We'll have Janess Carter there up in Lake Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe at Whiskey Dick's.
I have a show that night.
Oh, you have a show that night. Well,
yeah.
Well,
I do. That's the 9th too, right?
It is March 9th.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sad I couldn't do it.
Yeah, maybe we won't have her on this one, but we'll catch her on the next one for sure. She does.
Everyone that I can be, I will be with Black Rock City Allstars.
She always has. She always does. So, let's see. Anything else you'd like to talk about? Anything you want to shout out? Anybody? Shout out the crew.
I'm a Cap Aquarius. I like long walks on the beach. No, I'm just playing. No.
Hey.
Just playing. No, I think that's cool. I'm really happy that you asked me to be here. Bread and Butter. Go ahead and check out the art department. And yeah, I'm Janess Carter. Duh.
Thank you.
Look out for the billboards. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Check her out, Janess Carter, Janess and the Juice, Mojo Green, Black Rock City Allstars. Janess Carter. One love.
Toodles noodles.
Yay, let's see.